Something just didn't feel right to me when I was in the States. You know, I was like 57, 56 or 57. I'm 60 now, somewhere around there. Maybe a year and a half, 2 years before I came here. And I thought I was having some issues. Let me say this, first of all, why I left the U.S.
Okay.
Now, I left the U.S., I was ready to retire and I didn't know it. Something just did, after my divorce, I was divorced like 5 years until I thought about leaving. Had a whole house, I did prenup, so the house was mine.
Oh, nice.
The money was mine, I wasn't going, everything was mine, she left with what she left with. Filipino girl, 17 years marriage, didn't meet in the Philippines. Funny thing about it is, out of the 18, 19 countries I've been to, never been to the Philippines. She would go every 2 years, bring my daughter, didn't ever want to go. When I felt that something wasn't feeling right, and I don't know what it was, I thought I was being weak. I thought I was being a punk.
So let me ask you this, so was she born in the Philippines or she was American? Okay. So how long has she been in America?
3 years before I met her, I came to Utah 2002.
Would you say she was kind of Americanized by then? Or?
No, she's to this day she ain't Americanized.
Okay.
I mean, in Utah, she has her brother, sister, mother out there. I sponsored them to come. Her daughter, I was her dad. Still am her dad. Met her when she was 16. She's 34 now, so still calls me daddy. Still have a close relationship with my biological daughter, with my former wife. But yeah, something just didn't feel right to me when I was in the States. I was like 57, 56 or 57. I'm 60 now, somewhere around there. Maybe a year and a half, 2 years before I came here. And I thought I was having some issues. Like, what do you mean it doesn't feel right? You got a house, got a couple cars. Every one of my children had a car. The American dream, as they call it. And I was like, what the hell is it? So then I start traveling, Colombia, Brazil, Dominican Republic, most of the places I'd never been before. I hate America. I don't want to see it burn down. It has a lot of problems, but I gave 58 years to the U.S. So, 58 years of my life to the U.S. I said, I'm ready to retire now. So I was afraid, not afraid to leave. I was afraid my money wouldn't last until Social Security. I was like, well, I'm gonna make more off my money, than wait for Social Security. So I said, you know what, just go. Sold my house, sold my car, everything I had. Everything I had. It's like I was meant to leave, maybe not meant to be in Thailand, but my house sold off the market in 14 days. 14 days. I was like, oh, whatever you're doing, it's too late to turn back now. So, yeah, that's my thing, how I left.
So I want to go back to this. You said you was in corporate banking. Would that help in your decision making as far as investments? You've seen it from both sides, both sides of the coin?
That's really hard to say because there's a lot of corporate bankers, whether they're financial analysts, portfolio analysts, credit analysts. I've been all three and a couple more, whatever titles. I say that's hard to say because I had spoken to a lot of my coworkers, even my CEO. He didn't think much of me until he realized I was investing. And that's when he asked me, would you mind sharing your portfolio? I'm like, well, yeah, you show me yours. And that's when I was like, this dude, all he wanted to be is a CEO and the boss of the boss of the boss. He didn't think nothing of me until he knew. Well, he knew by my boss's boss, we were doing investing tips from that Citibank, investment we did. We didn't combine our money, but I gave him tips of why I was doing it. I wanted to stop once I made, 40 grand. I was like, I'm cool. You know, it was kind of shaky to me. Then I start thinking, you know, well, put some money in this, put in some ETFs. And then a year before I left, I said, you know what, even though I'm a banker or a corporate analyst, I got to learn more about actual investing without too much risk. So I did something that none of my analysts did. I went online and literally said, what does Warren Buffett invest in? I mean, even if I had $11, you know, I still want to know what to invest in with whatever little money I had to take the risk. I tried to tell people at my job, you know, hey, you know what? Look at this company in Brazil. They're called Nubank. They were $4.40 a share, okay? You look today, and I actually look probably every other day. They're like 17 something a share now. 300%. 300 to 400% they've risen. But I sold that and made a little quick, maybe 38 grand, 32 grand, somewhere in the 30s. And the only reason I invested in that, not because just Warren Buffett, that's what he put his money in. You know, I don't have money to lose, you know, like him. But I start researching it. Do your research when you invest. I was like, what is Nubank? Well, they're a company that would take customers, those who are the unbanked throughout Latin America. So I started doing research on it, blah, blah, being $4 and something cents a share. I had a couple people at my bank I worked at would invest. When they doubled their money, they got scared, pulled out. I research everything, and I mean for months. You know, I'll do a little getting in and out, you know, on some stocks for a week or two. Now, the most dangerous thing I would plead people not to do, the most dangerous thing I would beg people not to do, and I tell people when we talk about stocks, and I don't talk about it often, options trading. Options trading, just saying it scares the hell out of me. And I tell people this, you know, people try to come to me with this, that, or other. I'm like, now, this is no arrogance. I'm nothing, I'm never gonna be nothing. But pretty much, if I don't know, you don't know. So stop saying, oh, I know. You gotta know about Bitcoin. Bitcoin ain't at $100,000, you know, for a whole coin now. It ain't at 90. It ain't at 80. Last time I checked, this in the 70s.
Yeah, back in the 70s.
Yeah, but people, I know, I have an idea. If you didn't do your research, don't jump on anything until you do your research, not other people doing research for you or telling you, hey guys, everyone talks about stocks. I would love to be on anyone's stream to give my input, but I probably never will for one reason. People don't listen. They'll listen, but following through, now no they don't. I put on my channel the easiest way that I did to make $100 grand a year for 9 years. I'd say 2% of the people won't do it.
Okay, so what is the easiest way?
Since it's on my channel already, I would ask you to look at the channel. Go to my channel.
Okay.
And if you think I'm full of it, you know, tear me up in the comments.